So now I want to talk about avoiding conflict. And one thing that tends to happen is that obviously when you're in a lot of stress, it creates conflicts with the people that you should be loving the most, that you should be connecting with the most, that should be that safe space in the chaotic times, in stressful time. But instead, sometimes that person, you become like that, almost like that enemy, that push, and they become yours at time, where you start like channeling that stress, channeling that anger, channeling that anxiety to them. So that's why it's so important to look at it. That's why it's important to really notice when you're getting irritable and expressing it. You know, because the reality is that there are times that you're not going to be in a good mood. So when I was like that, I would tell my wife, I just feel a little stressed out, so just don't mind me. She would tell me the same thing. And we would give each other that space. Sometimes we would be able to talk about how I felt or how she felt. And then it helps us build a deeper bond. To be honest with you, I can't even express how our love grew in a way that I never even thought you could just have a relationship. They just feel that connected. But we had to make the conscious choice to notice these things and not take it out on each other, but being able to express and let the other person know. And also not to personalize it. If you see that your partner, if you see your children are frustrated, not saying, well, it's about me, because it's not about you. For the most part, it's about them, that they're feeling overwhelmed, that they're feeling like stressed out. So one of the things that tends to happen is when you get emotional, your prefrontal lobe shuts down. So what happens when your prefrontal lobe shuts down? Your amygdala takes over. And that's your emotional center. That's why people say things or do things that they could never imagine. That's why they hurt someone's feeling that they love so much. And they're like, well, I wish I could take that back. But the problem is that sometimes you can't when you start hurting people, right? And with time, it creates a distance within people. So when your prefrontal lobe shuts off and your amygdala takes over, your prefrontal lobe is that critical thinking part that tells you, yeah, Joel, that's not a good idea. You need to tone it down. That's not a good idea. So if you let the amygdala take over, it's like, chaos, right? So point being is that you have to be able to recognize when it's happening. And there's several things you could do. For example, putting your hand over your heart and just focusing on your heartbeat, just focusing on your breath for about 2 minutes. Just listening to it. That has been proven to help stimulate the prefrontal lobe. Go for a walk. Take that time. Because again, that also stimulates that. Helps release some of that adrenaline. If you have a partner or a housemate or whatever it is, have an agreement, even a code word, where you say, you know, red zone or whatever it may be, that can help you like say, okay, I don't want to say anything, so why don't we just take a break? Especially if you have kids, you're also teaching them that it's okay to take a break. It's okay to go to the room. It's okay to maybe take a bath and relax. It's okay to use some of the positive distractions or whatever it is to help recenter yourself. Because again, the main issue is that you want to connect with people. We're social creatures. You want to love and connect with other people. So avoid that conflict. One, again, don't personalize it. Express when you are in that bad state. Have maybe a code word or an agreement, some things that you do, some things that you say, we're never going to go here, never going to say this, and that's just off limits. So when we feel frustrated, it's better just step aside. And just remember what's happening psychologically in your brain, where part of your brain is turning off. So that gives you a reason to go for that walk. Hand over your heart. It's not you. Your brain is shutting down. It's playing tricks on you. So don't let your brain play tricks on you. Take control, take that driver's seat, and decide that this relationship is more important than creating the conflict. That it's more important to support each other through this process so that you can grow in a way that you never thought was imaginable. Thank you.